state of great natural beauty, and the dominantly based agriculture society has the largest landmass in the 36 states of the Federation, including the capital city, Abuja. With its lush vegetation and huge cultivable landmass, Niger State is the home to many of Nigeria's most consumed agriculture and livestock produce. Although agriculture is still at the rudimentary stage in many parts of Niger State, 80% of the state's land is arable. Niger is endowed with abundant natural resources such as fertile soils, forest resources and good weather conditions suitable for the growth of numerous crop species, livestock and fisheries.
The dream in Niger State is that Niger State will become a springboard that will uplift the fortune of Nigeria. And we call on the cooperation and partnership of the federal government in this regard, because the state government cannot do it alone. We call on the cooperation of the private sector, the financial community, and the cooperation of the international community, the World Bank, and private and multilateral financial institutions to consider our plans, because we already have plans on ground.
The Nigerian economy is 90% dependent on oil. However, Niger State believes the country's dependence on oil can be diverted to agriculture for a sustainable growth in the country's economy. From the start of his administration, Governor Aliyu Babangida has focused on agriculture as the state's major source of economy.
Agriculture is our mainstay. Indeed, agriculture is the mainstay of Nigerian economy. Whatever anybody can say about oil, yes, it has brought the money, but that's a perishable thing, and we must not rely only on it. And Niger State, with the largest landmass in the country, if we do the right thing, we cannot only feed Nigeria, but we can export. Because all the countries that we're importing agricultural products from, they are not bigger than our smallest state in this country. Taiwan and what have you, by their size and whatever, they are not bigger than any of these, but yet they were able to export because they have known what to do.
In a bid to transform the state into one of the top 3 states in Nigeria by the year 2020, the Niger State governor has vowed to increase interest in farming. The present administration has also embarked on the process of reviving and revitalizing the abandoned farms in the state. This is in an attempt to encourage the Niger State youth to go back to the farm. This, the government believes, will not only create an avenue for idle youths, but also create more job opportunities and bring in investors.
Niger is doing a lot to encourage people to go into farming, starting from the schools. Now, directives have been given to Minister of Education to inculcate farming, agriculture, even at primary level, to generate the interest of the youths in farming. That's number 1. Number 2, the farm institutes are being resuscitated. We have one in each senatorial district to teach even the illiterate farmers about modern techniques of farming.
The agricultural potentials in Nigeria is barely tapped, and this has translated into difficulties of meeting the ever-increasing demand for agriculture produce in the country. Although the agriculture sector remains the dominant employer of labor, the Niger State government believes investment is needed across the board to enhance production and increase the contribution of the sector to the GDP. And because of the big dreams Niger State has for agriculture, it has made the most welcoming and suitable agriculture-friendly environment for potential investors. It has also made efforts to make the farming environment conducive and comfortable for the existing farmers in the state.
Lots of investments. You can come here as a farmer. Just recently, the Pakistani envoy came to visit us at the cabinet, at the council meeting, and they saw opportunities in the Niger State where they can cultivate whatever kind of crops they may come in to do. as a private investor in agriculture and agro-allied industry, the sky is your limit. If you come to Niger State, we have an enabling environment within which you can invest, either to be the raw materials producer. What I mean by raw materials, to cultivate, to have your own farmland, whether mechanized agriculture or otherwise.
We are now discussing with the Federal Minister of Agriculture, as well as getting investors to come in. And I'm happy that when I came in, the only rice mill that was in the state that has stayed there for 18 years not producing now is back to production. Other investors have come back. They are giving me more rice mills, which means more rice farmers now will be able to do that much. And with all the others, the Exchange Commodity Commission had come to town, had told us what they want, and we have now gone all out to the farmers and tell them and promised to give them the right seedlings so that they do it, because they will be bought or paid for even before the harvest.
The state has recently collaborated with the Korean International Cooperation Agency to establish a modern rice processing factory worth $200 million in one of the state's rice-producing areas. With more of these investors trooping into the state, Niger State will not only be able to provide Nigeria's ever-increasing demand for rice, but will be able to meet some export demand.